Alright, Joe, you're up. Hello, I'm Joe. Welcome to MakerFX. Let's take a tour. So, when you come into our space, this is our big multi-function space. We got some members in here hanging out discussing projects. But this is our classroom, flex space. It's what I really, it's space. If you look over here behind you on top of this wall, we have a couple projectors. They're all linked together with Pi to make a big wall of images. Andrew designed and laser cut all the brackets on our laser cutter. Pretty cool. Let's go this way. We have a laser cutter engraver. It's a 50-watt Epilogue CO2 laser. It's one of our favorite tools here. It is the favorite tool of most makerspaces because it's so easy to use. It's literally a giant black and white printer, but with lasers. We have a couple project examples here. We made a sign, don't put stuff on the laser, so we made a sign with the laser. And then over here is just kind of our mess of examples. But we can make art. Make some cards and stuff, glasses and fun things like that. Go over this way, back over to the left of the entrance, we have our 15 needle industrial embroidery machine that we're learning how to make work. It's in the sewing section currently. It's taken over the sewing section, but it's awesome. It's a great machine. Over here is 3D printing land. So this is 3D printing land. We have a couple of Delta printers that are like donated to us because Delta Maker's right here in town. Our space started in Delta Maker's like little factory. But all these printers are available for members to use and stuff like that. Got a vinyl cutter if you want to cut vinyls, and then a computer with all the software to do everything. So, vinyl cutter. Revealed! Woo! Cover that back up. And then upstairs is just like the office of the MakerFX Foundation. They're the people that help. Well, they put on Maker Fair Orlando as well as make this space MakerFX possible. Over here on our stairs, every member makes a button with their face on it. We're trying to cover the stairs with buttons. So we have a button maker. Let's go to the shop. I like making signs.
Very googie.
I'm much into retro future and mid-century modern. Excuse the mess, it's the makerspace. We're making stuff. Over here is one of our big projects for this year is we're making Power Wheels racers, and we're trying to standardize a set of plans for frames for our space so we can just knock out cars like crazy. What's really interesting about our car and our stuff is we're using part of a Chevy Volt battery. So that's a 48 volt module out of a Chevy Volt. We bought a Volt battery, we disassembled it, and we got about 6 48 volt modules and 2 24 volt modules. But we welded this guy up here, and gonna make a couple more cars. We'll go this way. Andrew's working on his car. This is our electronics area, sort of a mess, but we make do, we rearrange, stuff like that. Woo. We'll go to screen printing. This is a project for one of our members. His son is an Eagle Scout, so they're making a bunch of picnic benches for a local school's park. Yeah, it's an elementary school they're making these for. So they made a whole bunch of jigs and stuff to make it easy, but come back here. is screen printing land. So we got a couple screens already set up. We could knock out shirts all day. Oh, it's got plastisol on it. Oh,
did you touch it?
I did. So we can make shirts here. Usually it's just single color.
There's press wash.
Okay, that's what I want, press wash. We'll go do that in a minute.
There should be cans over there, not?
I don't know. But we bring these to Maker Faire as well. Print your own shirt. There's an example.
Yeah, I grabbed that one.
Let me go get this off my hand. I don't want to ruin anything.
You can see all the test screens up on the walls above you.
Thank you.
Paper color, you got one.
I got one. Our goal is to cover that wall in examples. We like hanging up like what we make, what we screw up. It's just, adds to the story of what you're doing. So this is an example of, something not going right. So we've got a tool that can bend, that heats up PVC pipe and you can bend it. This was our first attempt. We got a little overzealous, and we keep it because it's our example. But come over here. This is part of our bullet time camera rig. But as you can see, we got a nice little curve. We made we took 8-foot sections of pipe and bent them in a jig to essentially make that shape. And when we assemble all the sides, it's like a 10-foot diameter circle. 24 Raspberry Pis, 24 cameras, all linked together to make a 360 GIF. For you people out there that would say GIF, I say GIF.
Well, it's bullet time, right? From the makers.
Yeah. Hey.
You didn't hand it, you got it.
I think I got it. There we go. Over here is just like woodworking, some stuff like that. It's really like multi-flex space, but we got a miter saw, table saw, bandsaw.
You didn't show your CNC yet.
Getting there.
There's a nice toolbox under there.
Yeah, I mean, I do hand woodworking occasionally. Before you showed up, I was working with acid etching. So,
If I see if I can, there you go.
yeah, still trying to nail it, but I'm getting there.
I've done some saltwater etching.
Nice. I didn't want to play with 120 volts in water, so I was like, let me acid. And then this is our X-Carve CNC machine. We'll go around that way. Again, we got really like heavy into power racing, just took over that space. But this is our X-Carve. It's a CNC router. It'll do wood, plastics. You can engrave on aluminum. You really can't cut aluminum with it. It's not rigid enough. But a couple of our members like using it. It's a lot more difficult to use than a laser. It involves algebra. But we have a computer over here for it too, running all the software to make your G-code and tool paths. What else?
We have a fire green daisy.
Oh, we don't talk about Fire Daisy. it only makes sense if it's set up.
I know.
Got an audio rig?
Well, that's for Maker Faire. We set it up for tunes.
Of course, they lost the cables at Maker Faire. So.
Yeah, we gotta go to Guitar Center, get a cable.
I got connectors, just gonna get wire.
Yeah. That's about it for kind of the nickel tour.